Hello, hello. Let's see what's going on. Says right here, the fragility factor, 20 reasons why millennials can't handle criticism. That's nonsense. Millennials can totally handle criticism. Like they got criticism before they even were out of high school. As soon as the generation started, people were criticizing them. What? Overprotective parenting practices? No, no. Kids still make fun of no. Kids make fun of them. Adults make fun of them. There's no way. The culture participation trophies. The participation trophy thing was just to build up confidence. Like kids that were competitive were still being competitive. It's not like there was a generation before that was so tough because they didn't get participation trophies. There were still losers back in my generation. What do you what? There were still losers that couldn't play and they gave up or whatever, or they quit and they couldn't win. It's just like just in the millennial generation, uh, they just engaged more. They concentrated on making friends rather than winning. And now you get a lot of millennials with better social skills than my generation. Sorry, they do. Like people would say, "Oh, well, millennials they're on their phone all day." Yeah, well, guess what? That's how people socialize nowadays. They have better social skills than a lot of people from the generations before because they can't get with the technology. I know I don't even have like an Instagram or any of that stuff because I hate it. I hate communicating with people off text and just like I can't connect with goddamn words from a random person that I can't really see. So it's hard to carry a conversation that way. But millennials, they can do it very easily. That is a leg up. Millennials crave validation. Lots of people do. Lots of people do. The entire generation don't crave it. The people that do are the ones that actually benefit from validation. They make money from it from their social media stuff, or they just from they it allows them to be more popular and within their friend group or whatever group they're in. Like you got personal you got life coaches, you got professional speakers, you get all these kinds of jobs just from like talking. And craving validation is a great way to get into those kinds of fields. uh, Freaking comedy. I used to do stand-up comedy. A lot of those people freaking crave validation. And it's what got them to go out there and freaking tell jokes. The fear of missing out. With social media circus, friends, achievement, millennials aren't missing out on anything. They could an emphasis on high self-esteem. I mean, there is that, but that always existed. That was always there. There was always people wanting it. I mean, even before it was a millennial thing, it was just like a mom thing. Moms always want their goddamn kids to have high self-esteem. The worst thing you can do is have the kid feel a little bit shitty about themselves. And dads are just like, let them fail. Millennials are under financial stress. Who isn't? Wanting instant gratification. Again with this, everyone wants instant gratification. Everyone wants it. That's why it's so addicting. We all want it. Oh, you think I want to wait to be gratified? I want instant gratification. Everyone goddamn wants it. Who's going to turn that down? Why is that a negative against them? Is it people wait for things because they have to, not because they chose to? Seeing social media perfection constantly. So what? So what? They still have to experience real life. And in real life, nothing is perfect. Hearing it face to face, millennial communication is deeply rooted in texting. Yeah, it's the world now. It's the world now. Get with it. Difficulty reconciling criticisms. with mental health? What? No, no, no. The reason that people nowadays seem softer and they seem like they have a mental breakdown because people criticize them is because other people validate their feelings. We people, as long as people validate other people's feelings, when someone feels bad, they don't feel the need to suck it up. Back in the day, back in my generation, you kind of had to take it on the chin because ain't nobody's gonna feel bad for you. Nowadays, plenty of people are gonna feel bad for you. So there's no reason. Without the incentive, people don't act that way. People act like, oh, this new generation is some kind of new breed. People are exactly the same. Their circumstances just changed. Navigating enormous expectations. Quest for individuality. Oh my God. Influence of celebrity culture. Celebrities are less popular now than they've ever been because it's so oversaturated that none of them could even gain any kind of traction. Like back in the day, celebrities were like on top of the world. They're like untouchable. Everyone wanted to be like them, and every word they said was like gospel. Nowadays, there's a new celebrity of the week, and then the one from last week is gone. Nobody cares. Like the myth of immediate success. God. Being educated through praise. What? Growing up, schools may have emphasized the strengths and often sidelining areas that need improvement. As these areas are critiqued later in adult life, you can feel unfamiliar. No, I mean that's just a that's just a product of schools mostly having female teachers, female administrators. Like women just think differently and they act differently and they approach teaching differently. And praise and positivity and good energy is kind of like their way of dealing with problems. They don't solve problems through actually making sure the problem no longer reoccurs. They solve problems through making sure everyone feels better. They're nurturing. So it just part of how things goes. And it's going to show in the way they teach kids. Facing information overload. In a world buzzing with notifications, no one's overloaded by information, man. I mean, people have smartphones and they still ask dumbass questions. You could just Google it. They ain't gonna do it because people want to talk to each other, constantly comparing themselves. In a digitally connected era, it's easy to see peers' achievements in real. No, no. Being used to echo chambers. That is not true. Even people who are so called in echo chambers, they still get mad because other people are saying something different. No matter what echo chamber you are, if you believe in something, there's going to be opposition and you're going to try to challenge them. Like there's no way you can exist in a bubble where you don't hear any opposition to your opinions. Feeling like they have to follow personal passions. I can see that. I can see that a little bit. A lot of people are pushed towards chasing their dreams and what they're interested in and all that stuff, when really most of them don't have any talents or much interest that they could actually achieve, and they should just probably just get a job that makes enough money to support their life. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it, man. People are really down on millennials, and then the next generation after the millennials, they're going to be down on them too. They like this has been going on for goddamn since the dawn of time. Every generation is down on the generation that comes after it. It's nonsense. Like i'm I'm Gen Z, and it just, even when I was a kid, people were talking about how my generation is lazy and unmotivated and weak and all this stuff. It's enough. Anyways, until next time.